How the biggest content creators make money. The million-dollar question. Okay, today's video is a very important topic about being a content creator, which is how do you make money? I know that a lot of people spend hours and hours and weeks and months and years creating content, and so it's about really how can one take it to the next level and start thinking about money and how to make money for it to be sustainable in the long term. Some of the biggest content creators around the world with millions of followers and that are making some really serious money came together at the 1 Billion Summit in Dubai. There were talks and panel discussions and a lot of conversations that happened, and I wrote down a whole lot of notes to share with you. Let's get started. Let me tell you what I learned. Okay, so first things first, make sure that you're actually connecting the payment link, activating it on your social media account. So for example, if you are on YouTube, you're gonna want to connect the monetization button and also the AdSense feature. Once you qualify for the monetization option is when YouTube starts paying you. You need to basically reach a certain number of viewership per month. So just look into two things, which is the monetization feature, connecting that, and also the AdSense. AdSense is also when you get paid for ads that are showing on your before your video or during your video. Now, how do content creators make money? One of the first things is brand collaborations. Now, there's a bit more to it than what you know. One is, so obviously there is the brand collaboration where you collaborate on content creation and you get paid for that project. But one thing to be said is that they also highlighted the value and also working on a commission basis. So not only do you get paid for that specific project or video, but also that you can also work out a discount code. So with that code, you can get a commission based on every single sale that you make because of your recommendations and with your influence as a content creator. So make sure you always, or as much as you can, or where you can, to also negotiate that. Another thing that is also to be said in this sphere is if a brand comes to you and wants to collaborate on a video, then what would actually be quite helpful is if you are able to go back to them with a proposal on doing maybe a series of videos. And that way, obviously, you're working with the same brand, which would also be easier because you're working with fewer brands and more long-term and more secured projects. Also on that note, in terms of the discount code, the tips that was given is don't just rely on your social media platforms in terms of sharing that discount code. Share it on WhatsApp groups. So if you're on moms groups, for example, on WhatsApp, or if you're on different groups that you're on Facebook or other networking groups, then why not also share that discount code and try to get sales that way and commission that way. It'll be good for you, and it's also good for the brand to get as much kind of exposure as possible. Next up, it's about the power of gaining true fans. What do true fans look like? What would 1,000 true fans contribute to your growth from a financial point of view? So true fans are people that are like really gonna support you. They're your cheerleaders. They love what you do. They appreciate your content. Your content resonates with them. You speak to them. They love you, right? So let's look at it in terms of numbers. If you had 1,000 true fans, so one of the speakers said something, gave an example which I thought was like brilliant. If you had 1,000 true fans, if each one of them would pay you $5 each, like monthly as a membership for something that you're offering, what would that look like? That would be like what, $5,000? You would get paid out directly from a social media platform, like for example on YouTube Mina. You would need to have 5 million views on a video or your videos in a certain period of time, within a certain period of time, to get paid that much. So here the idea is that sometimes we need to change our perception about the number of views and getting more followers on our content. Well, of course, that would be amazing and you will reap financial benefit from it. But also don't limit your perception about where money is coming from when you're having followers. If you're having 1,000 true fans, you can actually generate money from there. And these fans are like, what's $5 a month? I mean, that's a cup of coffee, right? Like that's one cup of coffee. Your true fans are willing to support you for that simple kind of value, for like, for example, a membership fee for something that you're offering. So keep that in mind when you're thinking about making money and what followers really, how you can make money from followers and social media. Another point that was made is about social media funnel. With whatever you're creating on social media as content, trying to push that and linking it to other platforms where you're actually selling some stuff, whether it's a service or product. So trying to remember that link is important, trying to really push through your social media content, pushing through to other funnels and other services and product offerings, okay? So that was one of the other ways that they spoke about. Also, they spoke about the customer membership. A lot of people that follow you want to support you and want to put money towards your accounts and towards your content, and they really appreciate it. So make sure you're engaging with them. Make sure you're giving them sneak peeks and insight into your day-to-day life that's perhaps also, you know, exclusive, and really kind of making the time to connect with them. So you have that, you know, you grow that connection and that support. One of the speakers spoke about the content to business economy idea. Disney is a fantastic example of this, and this is what they've kind of created. He showed a chart on the screen about what that model looks like as content to business economy for Disney. It's not only about animation and movies, but they've gone way beyond that. So they've created like a ecosystem. You've got your theme park, and you've got creating shows and merchandise and so much more. So they've gone beyond that, just one animation or film, but they've expanded beyond that to create more business. Think of it, how does that relate to you, and how can you learn from that, and how can we implement some of these things? It's going beyond just, for example, the brand. So not only can you expand to sell things like merchandise or products or services that are relevant to your business. If you're a food content creator, looking at creating ebooks, cookbooks, merchandise, branded items. So there's that, but also, or a service like cooking classes and workshops, but also thinking of other things that in parallel that can be supporting. So looking at creating a podcast or other forms of ways of raising your brand, and also translating and communicating your content. And from there are also other opportunities in each platform in terms of partnerships, sponsorship, business opportunities, and more. And of course, making sure that all of this kind of links together, making sure that they're all holistic, or they're all, there's a word that's not coming to my mind, but anyways, but you know what I'm trying to say, like making sure that it's all cohesive, it's all supporting the same message, it's all supporting the same brand identity, the storytelling. And yeah, those were some of the learnings that I got in terms of making money as a content creator. I hope this was helpful. I posted a previous video about 3 main takeaways from me from the 1 Billion Summit, hearing from some of the biggest content creators. And also I have one more video coming up, which is 5 tips to making a video go viral. That was from one specific session. So I've put down the 5 tips to making content go viral. So make sure to watch the previous video and the one coming up. Really appreciate you taking time to watch this. If you found this useful, make sure you subscribe, because I also post healthy, plant-based, quick and easy recipes, self-help and self-development content, guided meditation recordings to help you live more mindfully and support you on your journey of content creation, and other miscellaneous content like this content. I'm Miral from The Ground. Hope you found this video useful, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.